Hi guys, and welcome to the channel, or welcome back if you've been with us before. Thank you for coming back. This video we are going to dip our toes into the GOWER Peninsula. We're only here for 4 nights and our plan is to relax for most of the time we're here, so I don't know how much we'll be doing out and about, but obviously when we do go off exploring we will bring you along with us so you can see what we do manage to see in this gorgeous part of the country from what we can see so far from our journeys here. And let's start off with this gorgeous and completely empty beach, which is literally just down the hill from our campsite. We will show you around the campsite as well, probably in a separate video. But yeah, so far amazing. We stopped off on our journey down just in the Mumbles in Swansea just to eat our lunch en route. That looked like it was really nice, so I think we will be trying to go back there over the next few days, so again we will take you with us on that. But yeah, the plan is to chill out, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the views, have some nice food, find some good coffees and such like. So yeah, as ever we'll take you along with us, so stick with us and we'll catch you soon. We settled into the excellent campsite and Sandy admired the views from the pitch and the low-flying Coast Guard helicopter before we took our first trip down to the beach. This is the amazing Oxwich Bay Beach, around 2.5 miles of golden sand with dunes, salt marshes and woodlands behind, and it'd be our first port of call the next day too. Although it's one of the GOWER's most popular beaches, as you can see there's plenty of room for everyone. On an evening it was pretty much deserted, and even the next day on a lovely sunny day in June it felt quite empty. That's particularly true of the end nearest the campsite. At the far end you'll find a hotel, some cafes, free public toilets and a large car park if you need to drive here. As we could walk from the campsite, which you can just see in this image here, we didn't drive down there. I think parking is quite expensive, so it's worth checking before you drive down there, especially if you're only planning on staying for a short period of time. In good weather it is very easy to spend all day here, and that's what we did. think they are overly keen. The next morning saw the arrival of some completely different weather. We headed out to the Earthshed Cafe, which we'd seen on Interior Design Masters. The coffees and food were excellent. I have to say it was a little bit chaotic when we arrived, probably to do with the TV programme, but it did calm down, and when it calmed down, it was a nice chilled place to be. Next up, we headed back to the Mumbles to check it out a little more than we had on our journey from home. Do you need to fix it? Talking bullshit. It's hard to see you when your eyes look dull. Who's gonna say? We headed to the Bracelet Bay car park as we knew there were spaces where our motorhome would fit. We'd parked up there on our journey from home. Some of these images, the sunny ones, are from that day. It was a bit more cloudy when we went to explore further. There are other car parks and some on-street parking closer to the shops and cafes if you're in something smaller than our motorhome or if it's a very quiet day. But it's probably only a sort of 10-15 minute walk from Bracelet Bay, and you can't fail to enjoy the scenery en route. But if you don't want to go as far as that, there are actually cafes and restaurants in and next to the car park, including round the Mumbles Pier as we're showing you now. Mumbles itself is full of pretty buildings, and it was bustling with activity around the various shops, cafes and restaurants. Having done a fair bit of walking by now, we decided to make a pit stop at Verdi's, which sits right on the seafront. We chose to build our own sundaes from the ice cream and topping choices on offer, and they were delicious and really good value too, especially considering where it's located. On our way back to the moho, we decided to try out the big wheel. The view was great, but I have to say I'm always a bit relieved to get back to land at the end. On our way back to the campsite, we took a detour to Southgate, which looked like it would be a lovely place for a walk and a coffee, and somewhat unusually also had cows all over the road and the golf course. And there's just randomly like cows. Hi coos.
Yeah, so that guy's like trying to find his ball and the cow's like...
Well, at least that one's not got horns like the other ones.
What if he hit a cow?
Back at the campsite, we took advantage of a pizza from the shop. They also do cakes and proper coffees, and ate it in the sunshine. On our final morning, we headed back down to the beach and this time turned left towards Tor Bay. We broke our journey home in Porthcawl. We weren't quite sure what to make of it, probably not helped by the weather turning chilly and grey and the fact that we were homeward bound after an amazing stay. We'd heard good things about the Gower, but had never ventured here before. As we wanted a relaxed few days, we didn't even scratch the surface, so we'll be back for sure, especially as the campsite was excellent in terms of location, views and facilities. As always, we hope you've enjoyed this video. Please do like, subscribe and share, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.